Now, Trace, where you been?
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Isaac coming at you with another video. This is actually another I'm trying to get into more dynamic poses because I'm just tired of drawing standing poses. I'm actually tired of doing turnarounds for characters. I want to do some action poses, some more dynamic poses. I do think this is a little more involved for what I want to start. I mean, for paintings, it's cool. Maybe, I mean, if I'm going to do a painting, which I do paintings, like full paintings. But if I'm like for character work, it's a little bit too involved. There's too many shades. It's like I tried to capture the model as is for the most part in terms of the shading and stuff, which does not do well for like graphic novels and stuff like that, which I'm kind of trying to get into. But this is actually a pose that I wanted to put into a painting, so I guess for this particular one is fine. And then initially I went in to do it because it's hard to expand the visual library to because it's really hard to paint or draw stuff without reference. And then you think you know what stuff look like until you actually looking at the real thing. Like, man, I never saw that angle before. Whatever, you know how stuff go. If you draw a lot, you know, you be thinking you know what stuff look like until you actually look at a real person. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of dealing with. My anatomy's not bad without reference, but you know, you definitely start learning a lot when you actually look at a real person. And that's all this really was. I'm really trying to do studies that apply to a real painting that I'm doing. So this is gonna go to a real painting, but it's not gonna have all the details. It's actually gonna be a little shadow. And right here, I guess I lost the old one. I lost the first drawing I was working on, and then so I had to redraw it. So that's what this is. And that was aggravating, but I just redrew it real quick. And then this is the one that's gonna stick. I'm gonna go ahead and do it with digital gouache. I'm working in Rebelle 7. I got on the early release, so I got it for less than what it was going for retail. So that's cool. I mean, and it actually, I guess it's because of the visual texture of the paper that I'm looking at that is not as bad as the regular digital paper or digital screen. So I'm actually looking at my eyes can pick up the grain of the paper. I guess it's tricking my brain and making it more palatable for me to work on. And that's cool. Shout out to Rebelle for that. That's really cool. And then, you know, it mimics real media. I had to, you know, take breaks because it's still digital. But it does do a lot better than Photoshop or Clip Studio or something in terms of how I feel about just doing it digitally. So that's cool. You know, I had to find the right gouache. I had to find the right brushes that made sense. I mean, just because it's, you know, the gouache don't mean all the brush. I still had to tweak some stuff, is what I'm saying. Which is cool. It's not a lot, so it was cool. I don't know. It felt in terms of digital. I do got my display tablet, but it felt pretty natural, I guess. It's still something to get used to. And I know on previous videos I go back and forth between digital and traditional. I've been doing digital for years, and I just for some reason it started making me feel like I wasn't doing any work. So on this one, it actually felt like I was accomplishing something. It felt like I was actually somewhat putting paint on a piece of paper or canvas or whatever. But I may do this. I probably am. I probably am gonna do this. This figure in on paper. I'm probably gonna apply it to a character though, because I am working on a graphic novel character idea. So I don't want to waste time just doing a figure. I want to apply it to something. So this is I'm gonna use this figure for a character pose. And I think that'll be cool. The pose is really good though. It got a lot of foreshortening in it. I got off Pinterest. It's a Pinterest pose, and I got a lot of other poses. It's like I said, I was just tired of, I don't know, it seemed like my artwork was getting kind of boring for me. So I can always go back to a portrait or whatever, whenever, but I was not very excited with my artwork anymore, so this is enough to keep me engaged. It's going down kind of like, it's going down like regular paint, or how it feels, you know. I'm still thinking it's gonna look better when I do it traditionally, but I still feel like I'm fussing with it a lot more than I would traditionally to get the same result. I could be, I say I could be wrong, but I paint enough to know, I guess. But so, I feel like I'm fussing a little bit too much still. And the zoom in, the fact that you guys zoom in and out. There's enough digital paintings out there for you to, to know what I'm talking about, for people to know what I'm talking about.
Trace, where you been?
I can't stay zoomed out like I would traditionally. And, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I think it's working out all right. I don't feel frustrated, so I guess Rebel is doing a whole lot better than another digital software where it feels like I'm not actually putting paint on paper or paint on canvas. It just feels like a computer program is doing it for me, or that it's not, I don't know, it's not satisfying at all. So that's good. Anyway, I like this painting is really involved. I'm like putting in all the colors or majority of the colors of the body. I'm doing that on purpose, but at the same time I want to kind of do another painting to where it's more graphic than realistic, because I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna do like something like a graphic novel or something like that, I do have to simplify some things. So I'm doing this kind of for self-gratification, but also my academic mind is kind of taking over a little bit, because I'm like, oh, I gotta pick up as soon as I saw the picture, I'm like, I gotta represent it I gotta do a one-to-one representation, and that's kind of aggravating. I feel like I'm not being as creative as I could be. That's definitely aggravating. So I'm gonna do another one, and that's probably gonna be a lot more creativity in it rather than just the academic painting. That's aggravating too, and that's another reason why I did it. I was just like, I want to kind of break out of my box, or get out of my head about things having to be exactly the way I see it on paper, or exactly the way I see it on the photograph. And then I sink right back into it. I'm like, oh man, I want to prove myself to myself that I can do it. And that's, I don't know, that's like probably from a complex or something. I don't know. It's strange. It's strange. I'm trying to break out of a lot of stuff, artistically speaking. Trying to get stuff and then you got to draw a lot to make it to make it like second nature and stuff like that. And I feel like I don't draw enough as it is. So every time I get to a drawing, I'm like, oh, I gotta draw this exactly the way it is, just so I can know I can do it or whatever. And I'm going through some stuff. I don't know. But yeah, the painting, it's crazy because it's not that I don't think I can do it. This painting is going fine. It's fine. I'm not really having trouble at all with anything, to be honest. So it's not like it's difficult. It's just I want to be more. I want to deviate a little bit more, add to my visual library while retaining creativity, I guess is what I mean. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you like the video. You know, it helps the algorithm to show it to more people. And I'll catch you later.